Last but not least in our discussion of combinations is the quotient of two functions, okay, where we're taking one and dividing by the other. So similarly, when we divide the f and the g of x, we're really dividing f of g by, or excuse me, f of x by g of x, right? So if we follow suit like we've been doing, I'm still going to put these parentheses just because I want to be consistent when I substitute these values in, okay? So here is our function f over g, or f divided by g of x. When we get to here, okay, few things. You want to look to see if you can factor anything, because if you can factor anything, then you can possibly cancel common factors in the numerator and denominator, okay? And the last thing you also want to look at is values of x to exclude from the domain, okay? So this is something discussed in a previous topic when we were discussing domain. Let's talk about factoring first of all. When we want to factor what we call an even degree trinomial like this, okay, we want to take this, and it's not always going to work, right? But if we're going to be able to factor this 2x squared minus 5x plus 4, if it's an even degree three-termed expression like so, maybe it can be factored into binomials. And this is something you would have learned in an algebra class, an algebra 2 class, okay, where we're looking for that perfect combination of terms where this product produces this number, and we're looking for two numbers that multiply to be 4, but add to be -5 when one of them is multiplied by 2, okay? I've got plenty of other videos on factoring. I'm not going to take the time to go through it now, but if you need help with that, let me know. I can send you to the right space. The bottom line is, with this polynomial, it can't be factored, right? If it could, maybe one of these factors would end up looking like this, and I'd be able to cancel it, but that is not the case with this specific example, okay? But we still want to be aware of this, right? We've produced a fraction here. Okay, so we have, if I drop these parentheses, right, we don't need the parentheses anymore. I'm going to rearrange the terms in the numerator just so that they go in descending order. Okay, so we get this expression. Okay, when we get to here, because this is a fraction, right, you're going to be asked at some point, are there any values of x that we have to exclude? And remember that when you have a rational function like this, you cannot let the denominator be 0. Right? We're not allowed to let this have an overall value of 0, so we have to set that denominator not equal to 0 and solve. We have to say that x can't equal 3, because if I put a 3 here, I get a 0 in the denominator, and then this function has no value, right? So you're going to be asked to exclude values of x from the domain like this, right, with one of those inequalities that we've done in a previous topic.